Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the 8 o'clock Thursday night live primetime trivia show with Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. How's it going out there in TWB YouTube land? Hope you're having a good night all. It's all good here. We're having a good time and everyone is doing well. I'm just going to try to set up my show here. I thought I had my show set up on the computer, but obviously I don't. So pardon me one moment as I attempt to literally try to watch my own show about myself. I wonder how I'm doing. I don't know. I haven't seen myself in a while on the computer, so hopefully I'm doing all right. There we are. The show is there. Let's see if he's on there talking. Hopefully he is. There we go. Yes, he is. He is moving. Life is good. I'm alive and well. I'm on the air. Although the picture seems I'm not sure, a bit freezy. But how's my picture doing, guys? How is the telecast coming around? Everything looks good. Oh, Bruce has to watch himself, so she'll. We have our quirks. Anyway, welcome all to the show. The trivia show, 8 o'clock, June the 13th, 2019. I'm glad you could pop in and see me. Spend a little time with me tonight. Cheers to all of you from the TWB family, traveling with Bruce here, Creston, BC. Yes, indeed. Caffeine-free Diet Cola. I got to get a little refresher going here. I mean, it's the real deal. Caffeine-free. Here it is. We'll pop up my mug a little bit. There we go. Get those bubbles going up there. So welcome one, welcome all. If you were here at 5 o'clock, I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you weren't, maybe catch a replay later. Thanks for all your support of this channel. Appreciate it very much. The channel keeps growing and it's fantastic. Let's see who's here and we'll get right into trivia if you're ready. Mikey Pitt, one guy, was the first one here saying everyone make sure to subscribe to Bruce. So thank you, Mikey Pitt. Megan is here. John LeBeau, having fun with Bruce. Jim Evans, good evening, TWB friends. Megan Frost, the rain is starting here. Better making sure my sunroof is closed. Yes. Alan Carter, hi Alan from Calgary. Sheila is here for hello everybody. Jim Evans, the answer to the first question tonight is India. Sheila, Italy, that's my guess. Jim Evans, you are probably right. Hi Bruce from Sheila. Dwayne, the man of the hour. Hi Bruce. Sheila, I often lot, probably not. Brittany, hi Bruce and all. It's just me tonight. Welcome Brittany. Jim Evans, thumbs up for you, Bruce. Sheila, we see and we hear you just fine. Oh, Bruce has to watch himself, she says. I think you look fine. Looks good, says Jim. Jim on the water, hello. Well, my first guess is bananas. Kirk Brunson, hi Bruce. Kirk from New York City is ready for trivia. Right on, Kirk, buddy. We're ready to. Sheila, give him a thumbs up. Pineapple, she says. Gregory, hi Bruce. What's shaking? Thumbs up on the way. Sheila, his speedos. That's what's shaking. Nathaniel Brown, what up, Bruce? Welcome, Nathaniel. Everyone seems to be in a pretty good mood. That's good stuff. Let me take a look. Maria's here. Hi, Maria. Welcome to my show tonight. Live trivia this evening. I'm glad you could make it here to the show. I'm just loading up my first question right now as I get my big ass iPad marker ready to roll. Welcome, Ron Sablehouse. Hi, Bruce. Hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the show as well. Glad you're here. We got 13 of you already giving me thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. Appreciate it. If you're ready, I'm ready. We'll get on her. More folks will be coming in as we go here. PJ Smith, hi, Bruce. Dwayne, I'm going to turn my mic on. I'm having chili tonight. Right on. Jim on the water. Sheila, Bruce, I'm giving Bruce thumbs up. Brittany, there is a picture of a purchase I made yesterday on the Facebook page. Right on. Oh, yeah, I did. I think I saw that. The footwear, didn't you? Was that it? Fantastic, Brittany. Sheila is laughing. Megan Frost, I am back. Welcome all to the show. Here is your first question for tonight's trivia. All you got to do is send me one answer for every text that you send me, every message you send me. Just send me one answer at a time and just keep them coming. I got 16 possible answers going here, and I have to kind of give you the hints one at a time. Who else have I got? Maria, I love your trivia. It's very educational. Thank you, Maria. I do the best I can with what little I have. Let me tell you. All right, here's the first one. The first trivia question. Can you name the movies from the quotes that I'm about to give you? All right, so here we go. I got some quotes, movie quotes. Let me know if you know what movies these are from. Here we go. The first one of my favorites. I'll have what she's having. I'll have what she's having. What movie is that from? Another one here. You look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? What movie is that from? You look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? Wally G is here. Well, hello, Bruce and friends. Maria, you're welcome. Gregory Tumernell, that's funny. Sheila, when Harry met Sally. That's right, when Harry met Sally. I'll have what she's having. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. All right, the next one is Go Ahead, Make My Day. What movie is that from? Go ahead, make my day. Blaine, Dark Knight. Yes, sir. That is the second quote. You look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? Go ahead, make my day. The next one, May the Force be with you. There's no place like home. A couple of softballs for you. Easy peasies. Let's see. I know it's Clint Eastwood, says Sheila. Brittany, something so far. Jim Evans, Enforcer. No, that's not the one. Dirty Harry. Star Wars, definitely. May the Force be with you, but not the Clint Eastwood movie is not called Dirty Harry. It is the character, Harry, but that's not it. Wizard of Oz, yes. There's no place like home, correct. Show me the money. Another quote of another movie. Show me the money. What movie is that? If you build it, he will come. What is that movie? What is that one from? People still guessing Dirty Harry. It's not called Dirty Harry. Go ahead, make my day. What is the actual name of that movie called? We all know Dirty Harry said the line, but what's actually the name? Not Dirty Harry 2. No, each movie had a different title. Old school. Go ahead, punk. Make my day, says Dwayne. Jerry Maguire, that is right. Go ahead, show me the money. Ballpark. Field of Dreams, absolutely right. Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come. And Magnum Force has been guessed. That's not the Clint Eastwood movie either. No, it's not. It's not Ballpark. Field of Dreams. Sudden Impact. Bingo. We got a winner. Sudden Impact. Go ahead. Make my day. Sudden Impact. All right. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. You know what? What is that one from? What movie is that from? There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. What are those two movies, kids? And here's the next one. I'm getting ready for the next one. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. All righty. What are these two? Yippee-ki-yay, mother. You know what? Die Hard. Blaine got it. So did a whole bunch of you got it here. Hang on. Everyone's coming here. Maria got it. Blaine got it. Kirk. Yes, Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. A League of Their Own. Debbie Manuel. Hi, Debbie. You got it. That's exactly the movie Tom Hanks. I know the Madonna played in that one. She played in that movie. That's right. All right. I Have Nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? What movie is that from? I Have Nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Anybody remember that one? Oh, my gosh. Funny movie. The Man Likes to Play Chess. Let's get him some rocks. The Man Likes to Play Chess. Let's get him some rocks. That's another one of my favorite movies. If any of you know this one, everyone's getting Die Hard. Perfect. I Have Nipples, Greg. Would you like to milk me? What's the movie? There it is. Meet the Parents. That's right. Robert De Niro. Meet the Parents. Absolutely. Way to go, you guys. All righty. I'm the King of the World. What's that one from? I'm the King of the World. And The Man Likes to Play Chess. Let's get him some rocks. Anyone know? Kirk Brunson knows Shawshank Redemption. I loved the last 20 minutes of that movie so much. I'm the King of the World. What is that from? Debbie Manuel. Titanic. Yes, Brittany too. Let's see here. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. What movie is that from? You Can't Handle the Truth. What is that from? What movie are those two from? I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. The truth. You Can't Handle the Truth. Oh my gosh. Can you remember those? Godfather. Yes, The Godfather. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. That is correct. And now You Can't Handle the Truth. Who's got that line? A Few Good Men. Yes, Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson. You want me on the wall. You need me on that wall. Fantastic. All right. I couldn't help it, boss. I tried to take it back, but it was too late. What is that from? I couldn't help it, boss. I tried to take it back, but it was too late. And I'm Jack's raging bile duct. I'm Jack's raging bile duct. What are those two movies from? Oh my gosh, I couldn't help it, boss. I tried to take it back, but it was too late. The Green Mile, Blaine, you've nailed it. Yes, sir. Tom Hanks. And what was that actor's name who played the role of the convict, that big fellow? What was his name? He died not too long ago. Can't remember his name right now. I'm Jack's raging bile duct. Anybody have a clue on what that movie is? Oh my gosh, I'm Jack's raging bile duct. Oh my goodness, the screen has stopped dead. The messages have stopped dead in their tracks. 25 of you are here. I haven't got a single one guessing this one. Hi, everybody. SFL Spotter, how you doing, buddy? It is the movie quotes. I am Jack's raging bile duct. It's called Fight Club. I've never seen that movie, so I don't know that line, but I'm just reading it. But Green Mile is correct. Everyone got that one right. So there you have it. I'll have what she's having. When Harry Met Sally. You look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? The Dark Impact. Go ahead, make my day. Sudden Impact. Dark Knight was the other one. May the Force be with you, Star Wars. There's no place like home. The Wizard of Oz. Show me the money, Jerry Maguire. If you build it, he will come. Field of Dreams. If you create it, they will watch. That's my motto. If you create it, they will watch. Let's see here. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. You know what? Die Hard. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. A League of Their Own. I have nipples, Greg. Would you milk me? Meet the Parents. The Man Likes to Play Chess. Let's get him some rocks. The Shawshank Redemption. I'm the king of the world. Titanic. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. The Godfather. You can't handle the truth. A Few Good Men. I couldn't help it, boss. I tried to take it back, but it was too late. The Green Mile. And I'm Jack's raging bile duct. Fight Club. There you go. That is the first quiz of the night. Movie quotes. And you guys nailed them pretty darn well, I must say. And now I have, for something completely different, we're going in a different direction here. I'm looking for longevity here on this one. Little longevity. I got 26 answers that are available here. Can you tell me the name of the countries of the world where you have the highest life expectancy? Countries of the world, you've got the longest life expectancy. 26 of them. Tell me, where can you live the longest? Cheers to all of you from TWB and my RedBubble Store, my Amazon link, my Patreon thing, donations, and everything else. Thank you for being here. Alrighty, here come guesses right now. Right now, countries are coming in here. Sheila is thinking that Italy is a country that has a long life expectancy. Yeah, out of the 26 countries, it looks like Italy comes in at number 12. 82.3 years life expectancy. Jim Evans, he's thinking India is a country in the top 26. Nope, it is not. Sheila is thinking China has a long life expectancy. No, not China. They work far too hard in China to live that long. Sheila is thinking Japan, number 2 country in the world for life expectancy. Japan, 85.3 years. As hard as the Japanese work, they have a very strong family, units, and the youngers take care of the elders, and the elders make it to 85.3 years. Debbie Manuel, Ireland is her guess. Ireland, let me take a look here. Ireland, yeah, it's here. What would that be? Number 24 at 80.9 years. Yeah, in the top. Canada, Megan Frost is thinking Canada, La Canada, as we say. Here in Canada, 81.9 years. 17th place overall in the world today. Sheila is wondering about the US of A, the United States of America. And I'm sorry to say, my American friends, you are not in the top 26 for life expectancy. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something? With all the riches, all the wealth, all the everything. Nope. Too many people die too young in your country, keeping the average under the top 26 in the world. Isn't that so bad? Jim on the water. Sweden, Bruce. Yes, 82.1 years. Looks like 13th place in the world for Sweden. Jim Evans laughing out loud. Nathaniel had China. Blaine had Japan. So did Brittany. Kirk Brunson. What about Greece? The country of Greece, Bruce. Nope, Greece is not in the top 26. Brittany had the USA. Sheila is laughing out loud. Blaine, Monaco. Yeah, number 1. And it's not even close. Japan is number 2 at 85.3 years average life expectancy. 85.3, Japan, that's good. Monaco, 89.4. 5 years longer life expectancy. I'll make that 4. 4.1 years longer life expectancy between Monaco and Japan. Number 1 in the world, Monaco, the principality on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea. You can just imagine the home care that they can afford in Monaco, because those who live in Monaco can afford to live in Monaco, which means they can afford virtually anything. There are not a lot of poor people living in Monaco. There are quite a few well-to-do, and they are well looked after by aides and nursing professionals. And yes, absolutely. 89.4 year life expectancy in Monaco. Wow, what a jump there. Okay, now Sheila is wondering about New Zealand, the country of New Zealand, and it is in the top 26. It is 81.3 years, and 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, number 21 in the world for life expectancy. Jim on the water, Denmark, Bruce. I'm coming at you with Denmark. I'll tell you right now, Denmark is not in the top 26. I am surprised at that. Germany, Blaine, thinking Germany, Deutschland. Germany is number 25 at 80.8. 9 years behind Monaco, by the way. Switzerland, PJ Smith. Switzerland, 82.6 years of average life expectancy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 7 in the world, Switzerland. Excellent healthcare in Switzerland. Ireland, we've done. Let's see here. Sweden, we've done Sweden. The Netherlands, Blaine. Okay, let me look for the Netherlands. Here we go, 81.4. Number 20 in the world, 81.4. Now, Canada, we did. Costa Rica. Costa Rica, not in the top 26. The United Kingdom, the UK, just made it into the 26th slot at 80.8 years, equal to Germany. They're tied at 25.26. 80.8 years of average life expectancy. That has been rising over the decades. Nathaniel is thinking about Singapore. You got the 3rd country in the world for life expectancy. You've got Monaco at 89.4, Japan 85.3, Singapore 85.2, right behind Japan. Those are your top 3 for life expectancy. Gregory had Japan. Blaine is coming in with Iceland, number 5. Iceland, 83.1. You know what Iceland has? Iceland has something going for it that really works for people. I think, this is my personal philosophy, they've got volcanoes all over the place, because that's, kind of like a new territory. Iceland is not that old of an island. They have a lot of hot tubs. They have a lot of volcanic springs, and you can get into some real nice hot tub action, some communal hot bath pools, huge pools, Olympic-sized pools, 3, 4, 5 feet deep, that are hot. And I think the population as a whole, they take that in all the time. They'll go in there. I bet you there are Icelanders who are taking their hot bath daily or 4 times a week, that type of thing. And I think it adds to life expectancy, because it helps those sore joints, all the ligaments and all the, the knees and the elbows and the shoulders and the hips. I think there's something to that. I'm buying into it, because I love me a hot tub. I love going to Ainsworth, the hot pool. Jim Evans, yay, Sheila. Maria, China. No, Sheila, Australia. Number, what do we got here? 13, 12, number 11 at 82.3 years. The Australians live a long time. Israel, the Israelis, 82.5, right with the Swiss. 1/10 of a year behind the Swiss, number 8 life expectancy in the world. South Korea, Brittany is wondering about South Korea. Yes, right after Israel, South Korea, 82.5 years, just as Israel, same number as Israel. They're in 8th place. Guess I'm late, so Scott Weber. Hi, Scott Weber. We're looking for countries where you have the longest life expectancy. Blaine is coming in with France now. Yes, the French with their wine and their pastries and all that delicious food. 81.9 years, 14th on the list, 81.9. And excellent health care, I might add, too. It's a national plan. Norway, Blaine is wondering about Norway, 81.9 years, just like the French. So you're in 14th place in Norway. Oh, they have a national health care plan, too. Everyone's covered. Isn't that funny? Ron Sablehouse, Austria, 81.6 years. Looks like about the 17th, 18th longest life expectancy. Another country with a full-blown healthcare system. Brittany, New Zealand, we did. Spain, Blaine, España, 81.8 years. 15th place, national healthcare. Argentina is not on the list. Germany, we did. Iceland, we did. Monaco, we did. Brasilia, not in the top 26. Switzerland, we did. Austria, we did. Spain, Canada, Norway, we've done them all. Slovenia, no. Austria, we've done. Belgium, we've tried. I have not. Here it is, Belgium. We're doing it now. 81.1 years. Looks like about 20th longest life expectancy in the world. And yes, in case you're curious, they have a national health care plan that covers everybody. Sheila, Denmark, we've done Denmark. Moving on, Macau. That's not a country. Malaysia, Brittany is wondering. Nope. What do we got here? Luxembourg. Yes, Luxembourg, 82.3 years. A lot of retirees who come from countries that have national health care. Kind of driving home a message, aren't I? I'm hoping not making anybody too mad here. France, we've done. Papua New Guinea is not on the list. Qatar, not on the list. UAE, no. What about Hawaii? That's not a country. Monaco, I would be okay living there. I would too. Morocco, no Morocco. Finland, nope. Yeah, actually, yes. Wait a minute. I missed it, but here it is. 81 years. Looks like about the 24th longest life expectancy. Yes, they have national health care. Singapore, we've done. Liechtenstein is here. 81.9 years. Also in the top 20 of the world. Yes, they also have national health care. There are 2 countries left to guess. Bermuda, Thailand, Turkey, Philippines, Greenland, Bahamas, Egypt, Taiwan, none of those. I'm planning the Blue Lagoon in Reykjavik. I leave 42 days from today. Scott, it'll add years to your life. Get in that warm water. Taiwan, yippee. Jordan, Vatican, Sicily, Poland, Italy, none of those. Someone knocking our healthcare? No, I'm just mentioning that America isn't in the top 26 and everyone else is. I wonder why. Could be other things, but let's not bother. 2 countries left. They're both European. Luxembourg, no. Russia, no. And Andorra. Brittany and Scott Weber are thinking Andorra. They are both correct. 82.9 years. Andorra, top 6 country of the world for life expectancy. Yes, they have excellent healthcare. Peru, no. There's 1 country left. It is in Europe. It is really small. A very small country inside another country. It is number 4 on the list at 83.3 years of life expectancy. So far, we have Monaco, Japan, Singapore, then this country. Then we have Iceland, Andorra, Switzerland, Israel, South Korea, Luxembourg, Australia, Italy, Sweden, France, Norway, Liechtenstein, Canada, Spain, Austria, Netherlands, New Zealand, Belgium, Finland, Ireland, Germany, and the United Kingdom. And now, Vatican was close, but San Marino is the one. Scott Weber, you nailed it. San Marino, 83.3 years, 4th longest life expectancy. And I think they also have national health care as well. Those are the countries where you can live the longest. And these countries have a couple things in common. But one of them also, of course, is their standard of living is very high. They have a country, these countries are all very well developed, exceptional education systems, strong healthcare systems, access to food, currency very strong, highly productive, well-educated population, and they make a lot of money with these. Lots of brains, engineers, architects, doctors, lawyers, and engineers, and very smart minds. There you go. From Monaco to the United Kingdom, the difference is 10 years. It's about 10 years in distance length between the UK and Monaco for life expectancy. There you go. Just a little bit of info for you, just so you can kind of mull that over. All right, now this one here, I had fun with this quiz, and you're gonna have to bear with me while I make this one work, because this quiz definitely caught my attention. What I'm looking for now is I have 120 answers here, but I can tell you right now, you are going to give me an answer, and I'm going to tell you that that answer is good for 5 or 7 of these 120. There aren't 120 different answers. But here we go. From 1890, from the year 1890 until the year 2000, every decade, the United States does a census. I want to know if you can tell me the names of the most populated states in each decade from 1890 to 2000. So tell me the name of a state that you think had the most people living in it starting in 1890 right up to 2000, and we'll start knocking them off. This won't take too long because I have a feeling you guys are going to be pretty deadly at this one. Scott Weber, he's coming in here with New York State. And I will admit New York State is definitely on the list. One moment here as I work that out. Okay, New York State. In 1890, New York State was number 1 with 6 million people. As far as I can see here, let me just double check this. 33 million. And yes, 6 million people in 1890. 1900, 7.2 million. New York had in 1910, 9.1 million. 1920, 10.3 million. 1930, 12 and a half. 1940, New York had 13.4 million. 1950, 14.3 million. New York State, 1960, 16.7 million. In 1970, New York fell out of first place into second place in the United States. Second highest populated state at 18.2 in 1970. 1980, number 2 state, 17.5. 1990, number 2 state at 17.9. And in 2000, California fell, New York, sorry, fell to third. California is not the state I'm looking for. New York State fell in the third place at 18.9 million. So New York has been passed now by 2 other states. And Scott Weber is coming in with California right away. And let me tell you, 1890, California wasn't there. Not in the top 10, not in 1900, not in 1910. California showed up in the census as a top 10 state. In 1920, when it came in at 8th place at 3.4 million people, 1920. In 1930, California moved up to 5th place or 6th place at 5.7. In 1940, it moved into 5th place at 6.9, and that's because of defense spending in California. The migration, obviously, from the prairies, the Dust Bowl, everyone headed to California. Then in the 40s, California took off with industrialization because of the war. In 1950, California was number 2 in the nation, 10.5 million in one decade. It went from 6.9 to 10.5 million people, 3 million people in one decade. In 1960, California was number 2 at 15.7 million. The last time California was not number 1. In 1970, California was the number 1 state for population, 19.9 million. 1980, 23.6. 1990, 29.7. And in 2000, California, number 1 state in the United States, 33.8 million people in the United States, in California. So from 1950 to the 2000, in 50 years, it went from 10.5 million to 33 million. 23 million people moved to California, or, you know, they were born. They're breeding too, you know. Unbelievable. California still number 1 in the USA. All right. Robert Scott had California too. Sheila is thinking about Florida. Florida. 1890, no. 1900, not in the top 10. 1910, Florida, not in the top 10. 1920, Florida, no. 1930, no. 1940, no. 1950, no. 1960, Florida shows up in 1960 as a top 10 state for population in the United States. 1960, Florida had 4.9 million residents. 1970, Florida was 9th at 67.8 million, or 6.78 million, sorry, 6.78. In 1980, Florida moved up to number 6 at 9.7 million. 1990, Florida was number 4 at 12.9 million. And in 2000, number 4 position, 15.9 million people. Only 3 million behind New York is Florida, really coming on. When Florida was number 1 in 1960, New York was number 1 in 1960, 16 million. Florida had 4.9. New York had 12 million more people. Now it's only 3 million more. Wow. New York State is sort of leveled off, and New Florida keeps growing. Isn't that something? All right, now Robert Scott, the state of Texas, the great state of Texas. In 1890, number 6, Texas number 6 at 2.2 million. 1900, it was number 5 at 3 million. In 1910, it was number 5 again at 3.8. 1920, 4.6, number 4 position. 1930, 5.8 million. 1940 dropped to sixth place at 6.4. Then 6th place in 1950 at 7.7. 1960 hung on at 6th place at 9.5. 1970, Texas moved up to number 4 again, 11.1. 1980, Texas is number 3 at 14.2. 1990 at number 3 at 16.9. And now in 2000, Texas number 2 in the country for population at 20.8 million. Texas is now number 2, but 13 million behind California, and about 2 million now ahead of New York approximately. Texas, the great state of Texas. All right, we had New York, Pennsylvania. Sheila is coming to Pennsylvania. 1890, Pennsylvania was number 2 at 5.2 million, 800,000 behind New York. 1900, it was still number 2 at 6.3 million. 1910, still at number 2 at 7.6 million. 1920, 8.7 million, number 2. 1930, Pennsylvania, still number 2 at 9.6 million. 1940, 9.9 million in Pennsylvania, number 2 in the country. 1950, California passed Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania, with 100,000 people less, came in 3rd place for population. In 1960, California was 4 million ahead of Pennsylvania, was leaving her behind. Pennsylvania was 3rd place at 11.3 million. 1970, Pennsylvania in 3rd place at 11.7. In 1980, Pennsylvania dropped another notch to 4th place at 11.8 million. It only gained 100,000 people in a decade. The crunch was on. In 1990, the population did not change for a decade, and Pennsylvania dropped to number 5. And in 2000, Pennsylvania gained 400,000 people, but it's dropped again into 6th place in national population. So Pennsylvania went from number 2 to number 6 over the 110 years. Industrialization has left Pennsylvania behind, and the move west and south has obviously had an effect. Jim Evans, Virginia, Bruce. Virginia, well, let's see. Is Virginia anywhere to be found? I can't find it from 1890 to 1920. Can't find it in 1930. Can't find it in the 40s. No Virginia in the 50s or the 60s or the 70s, 80s. There ain't no Virginia in the top 10. I'm sorry. Arizona, Sheila is wondering about Arizona. I do not see Arizona anywhere, not even in 2000. Arizona has not cracked the top 10. It's getting closer, but not yet there. Brittany is wondering about Louisiana. Louisiana, even in the early days, was not a top 10 country for population and has never been in the top 10. California, we got Pennsylvania, we've done Illinois. Maria, Illinois, number 3 in 1890. In 1890, because of Chicago, Illinois was the 3rd most populated state at 3.8 million people. 1900, still number 3 at 4.8 million. 1910, still number 3 at 5.6 million. 1920, Illinois, 6.4 million, 3rd place. 1930, still in 3rd place, 7.6. 1940, still in 3rd place at 7.89 million. But in 1950, Illinois dropped to 4th place at 8.7, and it dropped to stayed in 4th place in 1960 at 10 million. Then it dropped 1, 2, 3 to 5th place in 1970 at 11.1. 5th place, 1980, 11.4. 1990, 11.4 is now in 6th place, not growing at all. And Illinois now in 2000 came back to 5th place at 12.4 million. Illinois has only gained 2 million people in 50 years. It has gone stagnant, and it is being left behind. Let's see here. We've got Illinois, Virginia, Arizona, and now Michigan. Michigan, number 9 in 1890. Michigan had 2 million people. Number 9 in 1900 at 2.4 million. Michigan, 2.8 million in 1910, moved up to number 8. Michigan up to number 7 at 3.6 million in 1920. Michigan, number 7 at 4.8 million in 1930. Michigan in 1940 stayed in number 7. Michigan stayed at number 7 in 1950 at 6.3 million, stayed at number 7 in 1960 at 7.8 million. Number 7 in 1970 at 8.8 million, but then in 1980 dropped to 8th place at 9.2, stayed in 8th place in 1990 at 9.2, and stayed in 8th place at 9.9 million in 2000. So Michigan had a run for a while to get into the top batch, but could not crack the top 5, and is now hanging in there at number 8. Nevada is not in the top 10 anywhere. New Hampshire never was a top 10 state as of 1890 anyway. Tennessee does not show as a top 10 state at all. Mississippi does not show ever. Georgia, the great state of Georgia. Georgia never showed in the top 10 in the 1890s or 1900s, but in 1910, Georgia had reached the 10 spot with 2.6 million people. But in 1920, it fell out. And 1930, it stayed out. 1940 stayed out. 1950, out. 1960, out. 1970, out. 1980, no. 1990, no. But in 2000, Georgia came back. It's in the 10th spot again at 8.1 million people. It's been 90 years, but Georgia has come back to be a top 10 most populated state. Virginia, we don't have here. Missouri, no. South Carolina, anywhere? South Carolina? South Carolina does not show in the census at all. Colorado, the great state of Colorado, does not show in any of the censuses or censi. So no can do. North Carolina. Sheila is coming in with North Carolina. Well, I'll tell you what. North Carolina showed in the top 10 for the first time in 1950 with 4 million residents. But then in 1960, North Carolina fell out. 1970, it was out. But 1980, North Carolina came back in at 5.8 million. 1990, North Carolina, 6.6 million, holding number 10. But in 2000, it fell out again. So it's right in that range, but not quite in the top 10. Nevada, we've done. Alaska, not a chance. Montana, Hawaii, no way. California, Gold Rush, that's right. Kentucky, has Kentucky ever been a top 10 state for population? Not in this area. Oregon, the state of Oregon, nope, not at all. Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, also not showing. Maine, no way. Ohio, now that is a state with promise. Yes, Ohio was in number four position in 1890 with 3.6 million. Number 4 in 1900 with 4.1 million. Number 4 in 1910 with 4.7 million. Number 4 in 1920, 5.7 million. Number 4 in 1930, 6.6. Number 4 in 1940, 6.9. Number 5 in 1950 at 7.9. Number 5 in 1960 at 9.7. Number 6 in 1970 at 10.6. Number 6 in 1980 at 10.7. Number 7, 10, 9, 8. Number 7 at 10.8 million in 1990. And number 7 in 2000, 11.3 million. Still a top 10 state, but slowly slipping down. New Mexico never made it. Maryland never made it. New Jersey, the Garden State. In 1920, New Jersey showed up for the first time as a top 10 state population-wise at 3.1 million people. In 1930, 10 years later, New Jersey was number 9 at 4 million, and number 9 in 1940 at 4.1 million, and number 8 in 1950 at 4.8 million. Number 8 in 1960 at 6 million. Number 8 in 1970 at 7.1 million. Number 9 in 1980 at 7.3. Number 9 in 1980 at 7.7. And number 9 in 2000 at 8.4. So it's been 7, 8, 9 is where New Jersey has been hanging out. Linda Lou, oh my God, I'm late. Welcome, Linda Lou. Brittany, Georgia, no. Iowa, no. What do we got here? Massachusetts, Brittany Lockwood, the great state of Massachusetts. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 position in 1890 at 2.2 million people. Massachusetts found itself at number 6. 1900, it was in number 7th place at 2.8 million. Back to number 6 in 1910 at 3.3 million. Number 6 in 1920 at 3.8. But then number 8 in 1930 down to 4.2 million. Dropped the population grew, but the placings dropped to 8th place. 1940, 8th place at 4.3 million. 1950s, Massachusetts went to 9th, 4.6 million. 1960, 9th place at 5.1 million. 1970, Massachusetts, 10th place at 5.7. We haven't heard from Massachusetts since. It's not on the map anymore for a top 10 state as population goes. Sheila had Oregon. Brittany had Utah. Sheila also comes in with Minnesota. The great state of Minnesota does not show in the top 10 list. What's the question? Elaine wants to know. Name the most populated states in each decade from 1890 to 2000. There are only a handful left to go. Let's see here. Linda, I'm just sitting here reading email and watching golf, not paying attention to time. Dylan LaRue. Hello, everybody. Hey, Dylan. Linda Lou. Hi, Dylan, my fellow Nevadan. Good morning from Sydney, says Rupert. Good morning, Rupert. Brittany Lockwood, what about Nebraska, Bruce? Was Nebraska ever in the top 10? No, it was not. Let's see here. Maurice Martins. I'm a little late here. 95 south of Dallas today. Hello, Bruce and everybody. Welcome, Maurice, to the show. There's 25 of you here. We have 18 thumbs ups. Thank you very much, everybody. Susan R. Hi, Maurice. We are guessing some top 10 states by population in each census. Wally G. Good morning, Robert from Sydney. Everyone's saying hi to everybody else. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi to everybody else, but no one's giving me guesses. Idaho is a guess. That's not going to work. Not Idaho. Did we check Texas? We did. Nevada's very few people. That's true. Arkansas, not on the list. Indiana, yes. Indiana, 1890. Indiana was number 1098 in 1900. Number 8 at 2.5 million. Indiana, number 9 in 1910. 2.7. The last time we saw Indiana in the top 10. Indiana is gone. Arkansas is not on the list. No. Connecticut, no. What do we got here? Kansas, never in the top 10. Kansas, Washington, no. And so I'm looking for 2 states, both Midwest states. Both states are Midwest. Anybody want to take a shot at a couple of Midwest state guesses? In 1890, they were both in the survey, but as of 1910, only one of them lasted. And by 1940, only one remained. And then that was all over. 2 Midwest states. Susan R. Missouri is one of them right there. Missouri, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 state in 1890 at 2.6 million. Number 5 in 1900, 3.1 million. Number 7 in 1910 at 3.2 million. Number 9 in 1920 at 3.4 million. Number 10 in 1930 at 3.6 million. And number 10 in 1940, 3.7 million. Missouri hasn't been heard from since. Montana and Illinois. No, there's only one state left. It is Iowa, the home of Radar O'Reilly. Iowa was number 10 in 1890 and number 10 in 1900 to 1.9 million and 2.2 million people. And Iowa was never in the top 10 ever again. And there you have it. So to take a look one last time at this, these results, if you take a look at the 1890s, New York was number 1. In 2000, New York was number 3. In 1890, Pennsylvania was number 2. In 2000, Pennsylvania was number 6. In 1890, Illinois was number 3. Illinois number 5 in 2000. 1890, Ohio number 4. Ohio number 7 in 2000. Missouri was number 5 in 1890. Didn't make the list in 2000. Massachusetts was number 6 in 1890. It's not in the top 10 anymore. Texas was number 7 at 2.2 million in 1890. Texas number 2 now at 20 million. Indiana was number 8 in 1890. Indiana not in the top 10 anymore. Michigan was number 9 in 1890 with 2 million people. Michigan now number 8 at 9.9 million. And Iowa was number 10 at 1.9 million. Iowa is nowhere near the top 10 anymore. Those are your top most populated states in each decade from 1890 to 2000, showing the movement of people across the country as industrialization changed and move west and the move south with retirees. The creation of air conditioning made a difference to Florida, Georgia, California, of course. There you go. All righty, now we've got the next quiz, our second last quiz of the day today. Let's see how you guys do on this one. There are 20 of you still hanging around. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the 21 thumbs ups. Here we go. Can you name the cities with the most skyscrapers in the world as of 1962? What cities of the world had the most skyscrapers back in 1962? 57 years ago. Who had them skyscrapers? What cities of the world had skyscrapers? Sheila and Kelly are thinking New York, as is Maurice Martins and Brittany Lockwood and Susan R. All coming New York. Yeah, number one city for skyscrapers was New York City way back in 1962. 191 of them. The tallest at the time, the Empire State Building, 443 meters. Scott Weber, he's guessing the city of Hong Kong in 1962. No, sir, Hong Kong is not even in the top 25. I've got 25 cities here, and Hong Kong wasn't there. Things happened after that, but not in 62 by 62, no. Brittany Lockwood is thinking about Seattle as a city with skyscrapers in 1962. Seattle is not even in the top 25. Maurice Martins, Sydney, Australia. What about Sydney, Australia, Bruce? Were they on the list? Not even on the list in 1962. Scott Weber, London in the United Kingdom. What about London in the UK for skyscrapers? No, not in the top 25. Scott Weber, Paris, France. Paris, France for skyscrapers, 1962. Answer, no. Susan R. Chicago, number 2 city for skyscrapers in 1962. Chicago, 42. New York had 191. Chicago, number 2 at 42. Board of Trade at 184 meters was the tallest building at that time in Chicago. Scott also had Chicago. Sheila is thinking the state of Florida. I'm looking for cities, please. Alan Carter, what about the city of Toronto? Yes, the city of Toronto is is the top 25, made 25th place. Had 3 skyscrapers that qualified. 3, tallest being Commerce Court North, 145 meters tall. That was in 1962. Toronto had 3 skyscrapers. Chicago from Brittany. Tokyo, Maurice Martins. Tokyo in Japan. Tokyo in Japan did not rank in 1962 for skyscrapers in the top 25. Didn't have 3 at all, but that changed within 5 years, big time, but not at that moment. Seattle we've done. Chicago we've done. Dubai, not even close. It was pure desert. Dallas, Maurice Martins is thinking Dallas, Texas. Yeah, they had 9. Dallas had 9 skyscrapers in 1962. The Republic Center Tower, 184 meters tall, was the tallest building in Dallas in 1962. Ron had Chicago. Linda Lou, San Francisco. They had 6 buildings that were skyscrapers. So San Francisco was in the top 10. The Pac Bell Building, Russ Building, 133 meters tall, the largest building in San Francisco in 1962. Susan R. is thinking Singapore in 1962. Nope, no skyscrapers qualified. Sheila, Houston, Texas. Houston, yes, 5 skyscrapers in Houston in 1962. J.P. Morgan Chase Building at 131 meters was the tallest in Houston. Dallas, we've done. Boston, Scott Weber. Boston, yes, 5 skyscrapers, top 10 city. Custom House Tower, 151 meters tall. Sheila is thinking Honolulu. No, Honolulu did not have enough skyscrapers at that point in time, if any. Brittany Lockwood is thinking Detroit, Michigan. They had 10 skyscrapers. They were the number 6 city in the world for the most skyscrapers at that time. The Penobscot Building, 202 meters, was the tallest building in Detroit, and Detroit was number 6 in the world for skyscrapers in 1962. Scott Weber, St. Louis, home of the Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues, I have to say. They were not in the top 25 for skyscrapers. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada did not rank in skyscrapers at all. Montreal, Scott Weber, Montreal had 6 skyscrapers. They had more than Toronto. Place Ville Marie at 188 meters, 6 skyscrapers in the top 10. Toronto had 3, but it is now much different. Toronto has far more than Montreal. Montreal is probably not even in the 25 in the world anymore. Sheila is wondering about Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., no. There's no building higher than the Capitol building, and so it did not rank at that time. Sheila was thinking Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland had 3 skyscrapers, just like Toronto did. Maryland National Bank Building, 155 meters tall, was the tallest building in Baltimore in 1962. So it is a top 25 city. Osaka, Japan, Susan R. No, Tokyo isn't here, and neither is Osaka. Alan Carter, what about Calgary, Alberta, Bruce? Calgary, no, they might have had the Calgary Tower, but they didn't have skyscrapers that ranked at that time, but they do now. Buenos Aires, Scott Weber. Buenos Aires, yes, they had 3 bona fide skyscrapers in 1962. The Edificio Alas building, 132 meters, was its tallest. I'm not repeating that. Kuala Lumpur. No, not in the top 25. Houston, we did. Santiago, Chile. Not showing in the top 25 in 1962 for skyscrapers. Sheila had Egypt. I need cities. Maria, I used to work in the Board of Trade. Susan R. Los Angeles. L.A. They had 4. L.A. in 1962 had 4 skyscrapers that ranked in this quiz. City Hall, 138 meters, was the tallest building in LA at that time. Scott Weber also came with LA, so does Maurice. Sheila is thinking Tampa Bay in Florida, not in the top 25. I'm headed to bed. Sweet dreams, everybody. Megan, you take care. Vancouver, British Columbia. Linda Lou, Vancouver. 1962. Sorry, no can do. Kansas City. Kansas City had 5 skyscrapers in 1962. Power and Light Building, 145 meters tall, was the big one. Kansas City was a top 10 city in 1962. Good night, Macon, says Sheila. London, we've done. I used to work in PVM. I love that daycare. Jim Evans, Columbus, Ohio. Not in the top 25 back then. Orlando, Florida, not 1962. Oh gosh, no. Birmingham, Alabama. No. Erie, Puerto Vallarta. No. Maurice Martins, what about Rio de Janeiro? Rio de Janeiro had 4 skyscrapers. The Estrada de Ferro Central do Brasil at 122 meters was the big building in town. 4 skyscrapers in Rio in 1962. Sheila, I don't know any cities in Egypt. Cairo, maybe? But I'll tell you right now, Cairo is not on the list. No cities from Egypt are on the list. The pyramids were big, but no, they wouldn't have counted as skyscrapers. Let's go here. Sylvia Hybris and all 76 in Greensboro. Very nice out with a slight breeze. Question, must be the largest skyscraper cities from 1962 is what I'm looking for. Sheila, I should know. Scott Weber, Mexico City. Mexico City had 3 skyscrapers in 1962. The Torre Latinoamericana building, 140 meters tall, was the big one at that time. Maurice Martins, Seoul, South Korea. Nope, they've only just gotten through the war. No skyscrapers yet. Minneapolis, St. Paul, Susan R. Minneapolis, yes, 4 skyscrapers. The Fauché Tower, 136 meters, was the big one in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Susan R. Cleveland, Ohio. No, Cleveland, Ohio was not on the list for the top 25 cities with a skyscraper or skyscrapers in 1962. Linda Lou, Sao Paulo, Brazil. We've done already. We have not done already. We're doing it now. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 5 in the world. 11 skyscrapers, 1 more than Detroit. The Mirante do Val building at 170 meters was Sao Paulo's tallest structure at that time. Detroit, we did. Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes, 4 skyscrapers. The Carew Tower, 175 meters. Was the big building in town way back in 62. Jakarta is being guessed. Nope, not at that time. Baton Rouge, no. New Orleans, no. Skyscraper, New Orleans, no. Seattle, we've done. Guadalajara, no. Bangkok, Thailand for skyscrapers, no. Hi, Maurice, and Cincinnati. I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 American cities. 5 cities in the U.S., 1 in Russia, 1 in Italy. Those are the countries I'm looking for here. Let's see. Melbourne, Miami, no and no. Brussels, no. Cape Town, no. Panama City, no. They got skyscrapers in the 70s, but not in 62. Boston, we've done already. Johannesburg, Rome, Italy. No, not Rome. The other one, Milan. Yes, 4 skyscrapers in Milan. The Pirelli Tower, 124 meters, was the big one. St. Petersburg, no, but Moscow, yes, 7 skyscrapers in 1962 in Moscow. The Moscow State University, 235 meters tall, was the tallest building in Moscow in 1962. 2. Atlanta just got guessed. No, I'm still looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities, all American cities. Only America now. Atlanta, no. Looking for 5 cities in America. I'm looking for, let's see, Eastern time zone. I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 cities in the Eastern time zone. 1 in the Mountain time zone. Oh my, big hints for you guys. 4 Eastern time zones, 1 in the Mountain time zones. Think of the largest cities in 1962 in the USA. And let's see, Phoenix, Minneapolis, Buffalo. Yes, Buffalo, 3. 3 skyscrapers, Buffalo, the Buffalo City Hall, 115 meters. Denver, Colorado, yes, 3 skyscrapers. 621 17th Street at 117 meters was the tallest skyscraper in Denver in 1962. I'm looking for 3 cities, all in the Eastern time zone for the United States of America. In 1962, the one city would have been the 3rd largest in America, maybe the 4th largest. Another city would have been a top 10 city. The other city would have been across the river from the largest city in America. Big hint. Let's see here. Denver, Tucson, Raleigh, Norfolk, Richmond, Charlotte, Pittsburgh. Yes, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 15 skyscrapers in Pittsburgh. Number 4 in the world. At 177 meters, the Gulf Building was number 1. Newark, New Jersey had 3 skyscrapers. The National Newark Building, 142 meters. It was a top 25 city, leaving us 1 city left. It's right there, the city of brotherly love. Scott Weber, you got it. It is Philadelphia. And Susan R. got it. Maria got it. Philadelphia, 15 skyscrapers, tied with Pittsburgh for 3rd place in the world. The world. Philadelphia City Hall, 167 meters. The Gulf Building in Pittsburgh was 177 meters, 30 stories taller. Oh my gosh. 3 stories taller. 3 stories taller, pardon, not 30. 3 stories taller. How about that? Pittsburgh had a bigger building than Philadelphia at the time in 1962. And the times have changed. Those were the cities with the highest skyscrapers. Let me read them off to you. New York with 191. Chicago with 42. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh had 15. Sao Paulo had 11. Detroit had 10. Dallas had 9. Moscow 7. Montreal, San Francisco, Boston, Houston, Kansas City had 6 and 5. Cincinnati, LA, Milan, Minneapolis, Rio de Janeiro all had 4 skyscrapers. And Buenos Aires, Baltimore, Buffalo, Denver, Mexico City, Newark, and Toronto all had 3. Those are the 25 biggest skyscraper cities in the planet, on the planet, in the world in 1962. Leaves us with 1 trivia question left to go, you guys. I hope you're having fun with this one. This one here, you know, the more I look at it, I go, wow, this is really something. I'm looking for 12 answers, and here we go for 12 answers. We have 22 here, 25 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. It's our last question for the night. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow after this quiz is over. Here is your final quiz for the night. Are you ready? Here we go. Can you name the Paul Simon songs, solo artist only? Paul Simon songs that have made the top 40 in the United States. Paul Simon songs that have made the top 40 Billboard hits. And we're talking from 1972 to 1986. What are the songs that Paul Simon released as a single artist? Let's see here. Kodachrome, Scott Weber. Kodachrome, yes, in 1973, it reached number 2 on the charts. Susan R. also has Kodachrome. Yes. Any more? 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Number 1 song in 1975. Susan R. is thinking a song called Graceland did not reach the top 40 in the charts. Graceland, I don't have. I don't know them. I can't think, says Sylvia. Jim Evans, yikes, not my favorite. He's going. Let's see. I'll start singing them if I have to. I remember that song, says Sheila. The Boy in the Bubble, Wally G is wondering. The Boy in the Bubble, don't have that one as a top 40. Call Me Al. Yes, you can call me Al. 1986, his last top 40 hit at 23. You can call me Al. Maurice, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by school at 1972, 22nd largest, best hit, 22nd on the charts. Well done. I don't know, Jim. I'm sunk, says Linda Lou. Graceland, Sheila, yes, if you sing them, I may answer. Bruce, please start singing, says Sylvia. Wally G, late in the evening. 1980, number 6 in the charts. Well done, Wally G. We have 12 in total. We've already got 5 down. Any more guesses coming in? Let's just keep an eye on it here. Let's see what happens. People are saying, Bruce, start singing. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm watching here. Wally G, thumbs up. David Orcutt, Slip Sliding Away. That is correct. Slip Sliding Away. 1977, number 5 on the charts. Or hum the song, Sylvia saying. Maurice Martin's Homeless. No, Homeless was not a hit on the Billboard Top 40. No. Let's see. Oh My Darling is another guess coming in. Nope, that's not a song. Laughing Out Loud, Linda Lou. Any more hints, any more guesses? I'll have to start humming or singing in a minute. Oh my gosh, I'm threatening. Oh my gosh. 1972, this song hit the number 4 position, and it goes something like that. It goes something like this. Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Anybody know that? Yes, Mother and Child Reunion. Well done. Mother and Child Reunion, number 4 in the charts in 1972. Bridge Over Troubled Water, that was with Garfunkel before 72, doesn't count. Father and Daughter, that is not a top 40 hit. Strange, no, unless I'm Strange. Laughing Out Loud, Sheila. All right, next one. Let's see. Okay, 1973, this song hit number 2 in the charts. Okay. I got to clear my throat. Hang on. A good one, Ron. Man, Bruce keeps going, laughing out loud. Okay, Chiquita. No, Chiquita. All right. Let's go. Let's see if I can remember this song. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hang on a second. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da da da. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da 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 do 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 do. Anybody know that? Thank you, Maurice, for this generous and charitable donation. Thank you. In the City, Loves Me Like a Rock. Wally G, you got it. Loves Me Like a Rock. 1973, hit 2 on the charts. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got one more I can give you. 1976, it hit 40 on the charts, but we've all heard this song. Do 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 do. This song was sung by Paul Simon on live national television, Saturday Night Live, when he wore a turkey suit. He came out and sang this song in front of the audience. Halfway through, he stopped the song. He came up to Lorne Michaels and said, "Are you guys nuts? You want me to sing this song in a turkey suit? Are you crazy?" Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. 1976, hit 40 on the charts, and I don't know if it's an anthem somewhere, but it's played all the time. Still crazy after all these years. I have 3 more songs, and I don't know them. Sheila's so still crazy. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. We got that song. One of them from 1973 is called American Tune, hit 35 on the charts. 1975, something was called Gone at Last, 23rd on the charts. And in 1980, One Trick Pony, hit 40 on the charts. I can't tell you what those songs sound like, but that does the Paul Simon Soundfest. Sing it, Bruce, laughing out loud, says David Oricat. That's me still crazy after all these years. Love the songs. I was looking up the other day. I was thinking of giving you guys a quiz, a Paul Simon quiz. I thought I would give you the lyrics, that you'd have to give me the lyrics, one word at a time, to the song called, where is it? You Can Count Me, You Can Call Me Al. I was thinking of having that song. You would give me the words to that song. I looked at the lyrics of that song and I went, there's no way you guys are going to, there's no way I would do that to you. You'd leave me in droves. I'd lose subscribers like crazy. I can't do it. Great songs from Paul Simon, says Wally. Maurice, oh, Bruce, you got it, Bruce. Sheila, I was too young. I remember 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover because my mom played it on the radio. Sylvia, nice voice, Bruce. Karaoke sometime. Linda Lou, I flunk. Maurice, we call you Bruce. They do. And Maurice, thank you for your donation to my channel. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So here they are, the last of the answers. The top 40 hits that Paul Simon has had as a solo artist: Mother and Child Reunion, Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard, Kodachrome, Loves Me Like a Rock, American Tune, Gone at Last, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, Still Crazy After All These Years, Slip Sliding Away, Late in the Evening, One Trick Pony, and You Can Call Me Al. Hints and allegations. The wording in that song is unbelievable. Sheila, you can call me Ray, or you can call me Jay, or you can call me Ray J. Pamela, get out the back, Jack. That's right. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't have to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. The great vocals. Wally G, laughing aloud. David, my son's name is Al. That's pretty cool. Sheila, but you don't have to call me Johnson. That's right. Sylvia, well, how old are you, Sheila? I remember all these songs. I know these songs, says Linda Lou. Susan Ard's laughing. Maurice, Bruce, and TWB Down by the Schoolyard. Yeah, there you go. Lots of fun. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you had a good time with trivia. I enjoyed it as always. Thank you for the 29 thumbs ups. You guys are very charitable to me. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for your donations going to the TWB store, RedBubble shop, picking up some items, going to Amazon through my affiliate link. Thank you for shopping on Amazon for me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a pleasant evening. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank God for that. I'm on at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Can't wait. Then Saturday at 2, we'll do some cruise news and trivia on Saturday at 2. So if you can join me for that, that would be fantabulous. Thank you everybody for being here. And have a pleasant evening tonight. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool if it's a little hot out there. Here in Creston, I think we're down to 80 now. Back down to 80. We hit 86 today in Creston. Got the air conditioning going in the house. What can I say? It was warm, but we love it. And like I say, I'm going back to work now. See if there's any headlines to follow. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow at 5 tomorrow night. Okay, guys. Thanks again. 30 thumbs ups. All right. Another one just came in. You gotta love it. Appreciate all the kind wishes and comments and everything else. Thank you, everybody. Stay well. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm putting my music stand away. See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.